Hi, my name is Eric Michael, founder of the Power Life System, and today you're going to learn 5 hacks for stress relief so that you can have more equanimity, more peace, and even if there's things going on around us, and there's always going to be things going on. The fact of life today is that there's changes faster than ever before, and what we want to do is be able to have that Zen-like equanimity in the midst of whatever is going on, and that's what I want to help you achieve. So my goal today is to help you reduce stress by even 1% or 5%, or ideally give you a massive breakthrough in terms of having greater equanimity and feeling great regardless of what's going on around you or how many things one perceives one has to do. Before I go into the actual hacks, let's do a quick self-analysis. So from 1, meaning not much, to 10, on average every single day, how stressed do you feel? 10 is off the charts, and 1 is everything is perfect. So if you're really low on the chart, meaning you're already feeling great, then I'm excited to share things with you that potentially can make you feel greater. If you're feeling stressed on average during the month or during the week, then I'm excited to be able to help you reduce it and have more equanimity and really have a greater quality of life. Hack number 1 is the most important, because a lot of people are stressed because they're looking to outward events. For example, if it's sunny today, then I'll feel good, or I'll be relaxed. But if it's rainy, then I'm going to be grouchy. Or if I get everything on my to-do list done, then I'll be relaxed. But if I have a lot of things to do, no, I'm stressed, and I'll treat people with short or rudely, or not be very patient. And the list goes on, right? And we've probably all thought something like that before. If I do this, then this will happen. The key, though, is to connect with an infinite source of the feelings that we desire. As such, we can feel equanimity even greater right now, and feel even happier. And this is a skill like any other skill. You're going to do it right now, and you're going to feel a little bit, or even some with more equanimity. You're going to feel more peaceful, less stressed. And the more you do it, the greater the skill level becomes. Just like any other skill. If you play golf or basketball. I played basketball in high school, and when I started out, I didn't even know how to hold the ball. And then I was able to learn how to shoot. I was able to learn how to move and do the different things. So it's like any other skill. To do this, complete anything you're doing right now, and then go to a place that's quiet where you can relax even more right now, and place your attention on your complete body from your head to your feet. And as I snap my fingers, you're going to feel a gentle wave completely relaxing everything. Just like the waves come down on the ocean, each wave you hear, and another one. We're going to do 3 waves. It's going to relax you 10 times more than you were before. So a wave comes, gentle wave from your head to your feet, and now you relax even deeper now, 10 times deeper. Breathe in and breathe out, and now another wave. Relaxing from your feet to your head, muscles around your eyes, your shoulders, everything. And you feel even more relaxed right now. And now visualize the things that you most desire in all areas of your life. Financial, spiritual, enjoyment, interpersonal, intimacy. And now visualize yourself doing the things. Maybe you're walking on the beach, or you're drinking your favorite beverage and you're enjoying yourself, or eating your favorite meal on the beach, maybe in the mountains with the individual or the people that you most enjoy being with. It will make you feel so relaxed now. And continue adding more and more details every time you do this. And now connect with the feelings you have. Well, when you're doing the things you most enjoy or have accomplished the things you most want, likely you feel even more peaceful, relaxed, with equanimity and happy. Connect with those and allow those to grow inside you. When you feel them, really allow your body to form to that relaxation in the being present, having the equanimity, the joy that radiates into your eyes and your face and all parts of you. By doing these quick steps, what you're doing is you're placing yourself in a thought space, mental space. You're allowing the chemicals of relaxation to be stimulated, to be released in your body, to allow you to have a greater stress relief, feel greater equanimity, and feel even happier. It's also going to help you achieve more and accomplish more, which is incidentally also going to help you reduce your stress. It's going to do so many good things for you, and it's ultimately the foundation of the other hacks I'm going to share with you. Hack number 2, eat foods that are going to reduce your stress. The fact is that what we eat and the beverages we drink are going to directly contribute to the chemicals and the hormones that are going through in our body, and then those are going to contribute to whether we feel relaxed and at peace or stressed and anxious about what's going on. So as a rule of thumb, the foods we eat and the beverages we drink are going to directly lead us to have certain chemicals and hormones in our body, and then those are going to lead us and contribute to how we feel related to a lot of things, and especially related to stress, anxiety, and tension in our system, in our thoughts, in our body. As a general rule of thumb is the more you reduce foods that are high in sugar, such as sodas or anything processed if it comes in a cardboard box, things like cereals and grains and carbonated beverages or alcohol or fruit drinks, meaning any type of fruit you're drinking without the actual fruit that has all of the fiber and things in it. What those are going to do is they're going to spike your blood sugar level, and that's going to do a lot of a chain reaction. It's going to increase the stress response in your body. And not only does it actually age one faster, but it also contributes to that feeling of stress. So the more you can reduce those, and you might be asking, well, what can you replace them with? The idea would be to replace with whole foods, and that's something that's actually growing, that's in the same form as when it was growing. For example, vegetables, fruits, where you're actually eating the actual fruit, or other foods that are going to be whole type of foods. You can extend it out to beans and legumes or clean meats and fish. The key, though, out of all of this is to reduce or eliminate processed foods, fried foods, and very sugary things, so to reduce your stress response. My suggestion for you is to experiment with yourself, because everyone is different. For example, milk is something that could be causing you to feel really stressed, or maybe not. So you can experiment with removing or reducing certain things and see, is this giving me the greatest stress relief? Because out of all of these things, if you're like most people, you're probably thinking, my goodness, I don't want to give up everything that I'm eating right now. So my suggestion for you would be to start with some category. Let's say you have a Red Bull, which is high in caffeine, high in sugar, let's say around lunchtime. And it gives you an energy boost, but then you feel agitated and jittery in the afternoons. Well, why don't you test removing just that one thing, or having, instead of the full Red Bull, maybe half of it, and see if that's benefiting you. Because the ideal here is that you can make the minimum number of changes, get the maximum amount of results, and be the happiest, the easiest. So experiment. Is it the milk? Is it the sugar? Is it the fruit drinks? Is it the caffeine? And experiment with different things, and then observe your reaction, so you can identify, likely out of all of these different things you're doing, there's likely maybe 2 or 3 that are going to be really easy to adjust or reduce or modify in some way with something else that gives you a similar type of positive feelings, and yet can reduce your stress a lot from the food and the beverage aspect. Number 3 is identify the core foundational things that you need every day to feel relaxed. For example, for myself, For me to meditate, do this full meditation 3 times, I call it the Power Life System meditation and energy balancing activities. For me to do that 3 times a day, fantastic things happen in my life. And one of them is being that my stress goes from, wherever it is, so low, or is reduced completely. And I feel a greater sense of equanimity, of peace, of joy. And then I radiate that, and I can transmit that to the people near me, which is so beautiful. And then they transmit it back, and it's a phenomenal thing. So ask yourself, what are some core foundational things for yourself? It's going to be unique to everyone. Maybe it's playing an instrument that gives you that relaxation. Maybe it's taking a walk outside. Maybe it's playing golf once a week or once a day or whatever it is. Identify some of the things that for you to do on a daily basis are just core and essential for you, and then make sure you do them, because you're actually going to get more done. You're going to feel happier, and you're going to feel a lot less stress, and you're going to be living a much greater quality of life by making sure that you include them every single day, even if it's a checklist of whatever those things are. Hack number 4 is prioritize. With the various different companies that I'm leading and the new projects and the new products that we're creating, there's literally a potential list that can go, not just figuratively, but literally a mile high. So if I look at that whole list of all of these different things and I start to do different things, it contributes to more stress, because I'm not really able to complete anything because there's so many in front of me. I'm not really sure where to start. And then even at the end of the day, even if I worked really hard, I could have easily chosen things that weren't getting the most results or the most important, and I might not feel that successful, like I really contributed that much. So the most important thing is get all of the things that you're thinking of doing or that you need to do or you may need to do in front of you, and then identify what are the 2 or 3 most important things that are going to give you the biggest benefit or avoid the biggest potential risks. And then focus on those one at a time until you get each one done. There's other things that need to be done. See if you can delegate them to someone else with some clear instructions, someone you trust, or maybe even you can even use some type of freelancer or a site, or even ask just a friend to help you with something. The key, though, is to focus on the most important first, one at a time, and do them. And that's going to give you such a stress relief, give you a lot more equanimity and peace. And incidentally, a lot of times when we solve these big things, a lot of these other things on the list just solve themselves. Hack number 5 is evaluate if you really need a lifestyle change, and then go ahead and execute on it. I'll give you an example that there was a couple, and he was working 40, 50, 60 hours a week in his chiropractic business, and then she was too. And by certain standards, I suppose they looked successful. They had the big home, the nice cars, successful practices, and they were busy. However, he was very overweight. They weren't happy. They didn't have that magic they had when they first met. And they made a decision to go to Costa Rica, sell it all, and go live and be where it's green, it's natural, it's fresh. They did that, and they're happier than ever before. He lost, I think it was 20, 30 pounds. He looks like he's 20 years younger. She looks like she's in her teens, and I think she's now in her 20s or 30s, I think. And they've created for themselves a lifestyle that is so peaceful, has so much equanimity, has the stress relief they wanted, they have achieved it. Another individual, he was a club designer in New York, really successful, won various different prizes for his beautiful designs, but he was living in a situation where people were suing each other, and he was very, very stressed. He decided to build his own hotel on the beaches of Tulum, Mexico, which has some of the most beautiful sand and beaches in the world, as well as when you go there, you feel this sensation of this peace, this joy, this relaxation that just fills you, permeates through you. It makes you feel so much better with every breath you take. And He's extremely happy. He's with his girlfriend, I think maybe wife now, and he's solved stress by redesigning his lifestyle. So the question would be is for you, in the current where you're living, what you're doing, and your current basically habits or your lifestyle, is it the one that's ideal for you? And only you can answer that. I'm not telling you to go to Tulum, Mexico. I'm not saying to go to Costa Rica. All I'm suggesting is that we ask ourselves, is the lifestyle that we have right now, is it going to allow me to have the equanimity and stress relief that I desire? And really think about that. If it's not, or if you have doubts, then why don't you identify how would you like your day to be, with a focus obviously on being relaxed, having a lot of stress relief. I'll give you an example. I was living in Carmel Valley / Del Mar in San Diego, and it's a beautiful area. I was really thankful when I was living there, and I love California and the beaches. I went to school there at UCSD, and I was noticing that, at least at that point in my life, before I had all of these tools I'm sharing with you, that I was stressed from a perspective of this having a nicer car than the neighbors. Well, everyone on the street had to have their BMWs and Mercedes. And I said to myself, I'm not going to fall into that trap of who has the nicer, bigger, newer car. And then I looked in the driveway, and I had the latest luxury edition of a BMW at that time. And I said, whoa, what just happened here? Because what we're around and the people are going to really influence us. And I spent part of the year in Brazil, and that's what we're looking at right now, Brazilian beaches. And for me, one thing that I really value is that there's a very beautiful energy of being happy and of joy, of connecting with other people, and of music, and of expression, and of respect, and of love, of brotherhood. And it exists from people who have really nothing. They're maybe sleeping on the beach, to people who have a lot, who are living in the nicest places and have various cars and businesses. And ultimately, to me, that's one of the foundational qualities. So I'm sharing that with you so you can identify for yourself. Is what you have right now, is it the ideal for yourself? Or if not, then ask yourself, well, what could be? And then do some research. You can Google, look on YouTube, and get some ideas. And then the next step would be to research it. And then as you research and get more information, you can make the decision, would this be something to get some more information? Maybe even just test out, go to the city or location you're looking at, and see if you could create for yourself maybe a new style of life that could ultimately give you incredible joy, relaxation, and equanimity, and completely solve this stress relief issue. One of the most effective ways to feel great and have equanimity regardless of what's going on is to have all areas of one's life rocking: financial, spiritual, enjoyment, interpersonal. Have it just be like exactly what you most desire, and then even getting better and better every single day. To help you achieve that, I've created a free life abundance quiz you can do right now. So click below the video or on the link wherever you see it and take the quiz. About 30 seconds, it's free. So take the quiz. I'll give you your free analysis and then some content and guidance to take the next step to get to where you want to go and get there even faster and easier, so you can have even more stress relief and feel even better. I thank you ahead of time for giving the video a thumbs up. Share with at least one other person. I thank you ahead of time for doing that so that we can help others feel even better. If I've felt stress, you have too. Let's help one other person. The more we contribute to other people, the more we make things better for everyone. And thank you for subscribing to the channel. Your subscription is very valued to me. Thank you. And also, thank you for placing a comment below the video. Something you liked, that you benefited from, as well as what would you like to see more of, or a question you have, so that I can tailor what I'm saying to make the biggest positive impact in your life. Have a fantastic day, lots of love, and I look forward to seeing you on another video.